Welcome to Jersey Line. Pat O'Melia here, all for another successful week of football prognostications. I went 9-6. Could have done a little better, but New Orleans, Teddy did a good job at filling in for Drew Brees. That was the problem. The Chargers, they're a hard team to figure. Tennessee, I think this week Tennessee is playing, I forget who it is, but two teams that disappoint me greatly. The Dolphins are continuing to tank. The Jetsies were outclassed by New England, which we all knew was going to happen, but it was a huge spread, which I took. They had the bad special teams. Ball goes in the end zone. Jets get the touchdown. Then Adams, they brought in, they take Brady out. They bring the kid in to replace him. They're going to save Brady for the rest of the season. Kid throws an immediate pick six to Adams. I win. Now remember, bet with your head. Don't bet more than you can afford. Bet with me because you did last week. You're rolling in the bucks. All right, here we go. Tonight, Thursday. We take this show on Thursdays. We got Green Bay. They're at home versus the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't know what the deal is with the Eagles. For a couple of quarters, they look like the former champions, which looks okay. Then they look like the Eagles we all know and love from all those years. I'm going to take Green Bay, giving 4.5 points. So it's Green Bay minus 4.5. Sunday, 1 o'clock game. I got Houston at home against Carolina. Newton's out, but the backup kid playing pretty good. But he's still the backup. In Houston, it's time for them to show. J.J. Watt and the rest of this gang got to show what they can do. So I'm going to take Houston. They're home, minus 4.5. 1 p.m. again, Baltimore versus Cleveland. I don't think Freddie Kitchens makes it out of the first year. If he does, he's getting fired in the offseason. They assembled a great talent base. You got Baker Mayfield, the kid can play. Our old Odell is over there, our old giant wide receiver. They just can't put it together. And they're playing Baltimore. Now, Baltimore lost last week, but the quarterback they have is playing really good. He's passing, and the kid can run. I'm going to take Baltimore, minus 7. My lock of the week here, lock of the week. And by the way, lock of the week last week, Cincinnati. We won, so we're 2-1 on the locks of the week. Let's see, we got the Giants. I bet against the Giants last week. Sure enough, they win. So I'm going to take the Giants and Jones this week against the dysfunctional Washington Redskins. If they do not win Sunday, Gruden is going to be fired. I guarantee it. He will be fired. So I'm taking the Giants. The Giants are home versus the Redskins, minus 3. Giants, minus 3. That is my lock of the week. I'm 2-1 for locks so far this season. 1 o'clock, we got the Chargers, another Jekyll and Hyde team here, at Miami. The Tankers, the Miami Tankers. This could be a lock of the week too. Chargers minus 7 versus Miami. If I showed up in a football jersey during a Dolphin game, they would put me in. That's how bad they are. And then they would immediately trade me like they've traded everybody else this year. Still at 1 o'clock, we got Indianapolis versus Oakland. I thought they were going to trade for a starting quarterback in Indy, but the Passett kid, he's doing well. He's got a good arm, and he can run. And Oakland, what are you going to say? They're Oakland. I'm going to take Indy at home, minus 7. KC did it for me last week versus the Detroit Lions, who did it to me last week. I'm going to go with KC. They got the hot hand. The Lions can't have any kind of momentum, so they're going to lose this week. It's KC at Detroit. KC minus 6.5. New England again at 1 o'clock. They're against Buffalo. Buffalo, not too bad. Not too bad this year. Big test for Buffalo. Playing the Jets and the Giants aren't a big test for Buffalo. This is the big test for Buffalo. New England, it wasn't even as close as the score indicated last week with the Jets. They should roll through Buffalo. So I'm going to take New England at Buffalo, minus 7. Another 1 o'clock game, the Atlanta Falcons. Talk about Jekyll and Hyde. You don't know what team's going to show up from week to week. They're versus Tennessee, another team you just don't know who's going to show up from week to week. And they're the team that probably should be considering Eli Manning. But their quarterback just isn't doing it there. I'm going to take Atlanta at home versus Tennessee -4. We're in the 4 o'clock games now. Rams versus Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay should have won last week. Yeah, they missed on the field goal. They shouldn't have been in a position to lose that game, needing a field goal. They had that game. The Jones kid was running left. Then we stopped running the Jones kid. I didn't understand what Arians is doing there with Tampa Bay. But their Rams are at home versus Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's getting 10 points. I think the defense is going to play a lot better than they did. That's a big spread. Tampa Bay, I think, is a good team. So I'm going to take Tampa at the Rams, getting 10. Seattle. Seattle's a good, consistent team. It didn't work out last week. They're at Arizona, team winless. I'm going to take Seattle -5 against Arizona. It's going to be a long year for Arizona. 4 o'clock game. Got Chicago. This is going to be a good game. It's probably the game of the week. Chicago Bears versus the Minnesota Vikings. Trubisky finally awoke last week. Won the game. I think he threw like 3 touchdowns to the same wide receiver. Chicago has probably the best defense in the NFL. I'm going to go with Chicago -2.5. The Bears at home. Bears -2.5. Denver at home versus Jacksonville. Jacksonville season is, they signed Foles. By the time Foles comes back from the shoulder injury, their season will be gone. Flacco isn't doing too bad. Flacco isn't doing too bad in Denver. I'm going to take Denver at home -3. Dallas at New England. This is going to be a good game too. I'm going to take Dallas -2.5. They should be able to win by a field goal or better against New Orleans. And Monday night, a good inter-rivalry game here in the divisional. It's Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Cincinnati Bengals. Pittsburgh's at home. Cincinnati is getting 4. Cincinnati has been good with me all year with the points. I'm going to take Cincinnati again Monday night at the big audience, +4. Remember, bet with your head, don't bet over it. Bet with me. I'll tell you how we do. We did okay last week, and we're almost even for the year. 9-6 last week, and we were good with the locks. So again, bet with your head, bet wise. I'll see you next week. Good luck.